Good time zones, my Sakonauts. I'm Sako Tumi, also known as the Witch of Tylwyth Teg, and today we are talking about being open to love out of the Witch's Book for Self-Care by Aaron Murphy Hiscock. If we haven't met before, I'd like to welcome you to my channel. It's very nice to meet you. And if you have been here before, it's so lovely to see you back. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. I wanted to say hello to Spence because she did the thing. That thing. With the greeting. Greeting, that is the word. I'd like to start this morning with a grounding ritual to start your day. This starts near your domain, so if you've not created a domain, you might want to sign up for my newsletter, which is linked below. Sit with your hands in your lap and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose and hold it for a moment. And as you let it out completely through your mouth, let go of the tension from the night and the grogginess of the morning. Take another deep breath in. As you breathe in, imagine you are breathing in pure love. As you breathe out, imagine you are breathing out forgiveness. Take a third deep breath in, and as you do so, imagine a light coming in at the top of your head. It enters at the top of your head and spreads down over your face, neck, shoulders. This cleansing light now expands along your back, down your legs, and out through your feet. It is as if cleansing light is a constant flow of soothing energy entering from your head and passing out through the arches of your feet. You are just outside the door of your domain. The air is crisp and cool. The evergreens sway slightly in the breeze, and the ground has a large patch of moss at your feet. Step barefoot onto the moss. Feel how soft it is. Feel the solid ground underneath. That light coming into your head can now be translated into energy that you can send out your feet. Convert the light into roots and send the roots out the bottoms of your feet and deep into the earth, as deep as you can. The soil is fresh, easy to toil, easy to carve a path down. Feel how anchored you are, how close to the earth. Reach as far down as you can. The earth hugs your roots comfortably, no matter how sharp or curly, no matter how many times they split off. Slowly pull the roots back up the way they came. Your roots slither through the dark, the soil filling in its wake. Pull the roots back into your feet, convert it back to the light, and let the light filter through you and out the top of your head. Take one more deep breath in and begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. When you are ready, open your eyes. Welcome. If you're just joining us, we just did our morning grounding ritual. If you are interested in more meditations like this one, but maybe a bit more exploratory, you might want to look at subscribing to my Patreon, where I will be releasing 2 a month to help you on your supernatural and spiritual journey. Until then, join me for coffee here in the mornings on the YouTubes. I did not intend on slurping that, so pardon. Hi, Katerina. Glad you could make it. Oh my gosh. I missed all these things. Yes. Okay. My blankets are covering my things. It just snowed. Yes. It's still snowing here. It's been snowing all morning. Come on. I love you. Except for you. I do not need the white card. Yep. It is finally winter here. And it's snowing in January, which is impressive. I wonder why my cards are all bent up. There's a really just this section of cards. I'm gonna try and bend them back into shape, I think. Oh, no, you don't like that at all. All right, never mind. It is raining in South Carolina. Newport News and Virginia Beach, the Seven Cities area, got snow last weekend, I think. And I think this is I think what we are in Northern Virginia are experiencing is what happened a few days ago in the Seven Cities. I like snow aesthetically, but practically speaking, I find it infuriating. Yeah. Seeing as I'm not going anywhere, and Jace is getting dumped on. Also, hello to Raven and Jace. I'm so glad you guys could make it. All right. I think I have shuffled this enough. The sun reversed. That's not great. It's not bad, but it's not great. The sun, the sun, the sun, the sun, the moon, the sun. Okay. Gray days block out the warm rays as you are finding it difficult to stay positive and upbeat. You've recently experienced some unfortunate events that have set you back from your goals. Skies are currently clouded with uncertainty, leaving you to feel gloomy and drained. Never fear. These setbacks are temporary. If you set your mind to turning your luck around, it won't be easy, but push through and eventually the fog will clear. On the other hand, the sun reverse may also indicate that you are overly optimistic and are painting over lackluster scenarios with colors that do not exist in the paint palette. Your exuberance is borderline delusional, and you could use a reality check to get yourself back down to earth. Shine light on the truth. That is an interesting interpretation of this card. I look at it as things are good, things are happy, right? Like all the pieces are in place, all this stuff. So why is this so underwhelming? Like why am I not happy? I'm happy. I am. I'm grateful and I'm happy, but there's always a but, right? So, especially because I'm essential personnel and I have to go to work regardless of what the weather is doing. Yeah. I gotcha, Raven. Did we all have setbacks? I didn't. I had plenty of cause to celebrate yesterday. I did weird things while I got drunk. So I drank one bottle and most of a second bottle of wine. And I started making herbal candles. Like, I started herbalizing some candles. The book's interpretation is accurate for me. I'm grateful, I'm happy, but I should be feeling joy. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I did, but I've also moved forward in a really productive way. I mean, I got a kind of chill out for a couple of months, but still. Yeah. I actually got ahead of things yesterday. There's a deadline that I didn't meet and I probably won't meet, which is unfortunate. So I'm basically going to be working all day today, hoping to make up for lost time. Since I didn't work for the most part yesterday, I only put in a couple hours. Most of this past week was a backslide of a lot of progress. Oh, I'm taking today to cleanse and make an effort to make a fresher start for February. Awesome. Was it a you deadline or someone else's deadline? Both, actually. It was my boss asked me when I would have something done, and I said end of January because you added pages. And I have all the files set up and the roughs are in place. I just need to actually finalize the art. So my boss is going to be holding me accountable probably today or tomorrow. I don't have anything to send him, so I guess that's my setback. But I've been taking care of myself a lot lately. Oh, I see. All right. Clear your energy. I cannot do it. That is a lot of work for not a lot of time. Like, That is, I do not think I can draw an 8-page comic in a day. I do not think so. I know my limitations. But that also means that I'm probably going to be doing a lot of sprints via Devon's playlist. Unless, or I might host some of my own, like an all-day stream, since I can do that. I'm gonna, oh, wait, I had to reach out to a client yesterday and tell her my stuff would be late too. Yeah. I'm gonna have to set aside my spring, the first line project. Oh, I can't finish and edit for a submission short story, or at least this short story, in a single day. Well, how about you finish it and then I can edit it? I'm going to move on to the summer prompt so I can take my time with the new story. That's cool. I'm going to type out what I have, so hopefully I can write more. I don't know what that means. Host some. Once Pizza Demon is at my sister's, I can co-host for a few. Oh, that'd be great. People can like hop. I'll put the StreamYard on the server, and people can hop in and hop out at their leisure, and it's a work-o-rama. Okay, so there's a book. An important aspect of physical self-care is hygiene. Washing your face, showering or bathing, brushing your hair, all these serve to keep you clean and tidy. The same sort of attention should be paid to your personal energy. Your aura or your personal energy field can collect all sorts of unwanted grit and murky energy. Keeping it tidy means you're tending to its well-being. All right. It's never a bad time to shake up the negative energy that has collected around your aura. Brush off the cobwebs with this visualization. What day will that be? Probably today. I'll probably go on until I don't know how long I'm going to stream. I know I'm going to stream with Morgan tonight at 4:30 going into 6:30. So I'll probably stream up till then. And you've got Amber's at noon. Oh, maybe I can hop in with Amber. Do you? Yeah, I'll message her today and see if she streamed between Amber's and Morgan's. Yeah. That sounds great. That way it's finite. But I still get Amber's stream, and then my stream, and then Morgan's stream. So I flubbed my hygiene habits yesterday, conked out on the couch after the boozy planorama, and woke up at midnight, did the bare minimum, and went to bed. I can't remember if I took my meds last night or not, and I don't think I've taken them this morning. I think I took them last night. I don't remember a lot of last night. I Yeah, I kind of don't remember a lot of last night. Between the hours of like 10 and midnight, I was out of my mind. I tried to, so I made my herbal candles, or herbal candles, and there are 8 of these, and they smell so good. Is it my connection? Is it my connection or is it yours? What's up, YouTube? What you doing? Am I pausing and buffering every few seconds for anybody else? Everything is fine. In fact, you're actually cleaner than you were the other night on Discord. Discord, I've been lagging quite a bit on Discord lately. And I'm not sure why. I have no idea why. I hope your connection cleans up before Amber's stream. I hope. Yeah, I celebrated Amber's book being ready to go and being uploaded and all of those things, like total green light, ready to go. And like kind of got in over my head. We are in a blizzard, so I'm willing to bet it's on my end. Gotcha. I was hoping for thunder snow, but it has been steady falling for the last couple of... Hi, doll! So happy to see you. Also, thanks for your 2 cents last night. And entertaining drunk Sako. Also, I need to thank Yoan Ninja Hen for putting up with a really drunk Sako. Thank you for putting up with the drunk Sako. Okay, so about that visualization. Note, banishing is usually associated with a counterclockwise movement. Try this visualization with the wind flowing around you counterclockwise first. If this feels odd, try it with the wind circling clockwise around you instead. Or try each and make notes on the differences, then choose a direction in the future that best suits the results you are looking for in that particular moment. Okay, so ground and center, like always. Imagine wind, warm wind. Hear it, feel it stir your hair, your clothing. Let it increase until it plays around you in a gentle cyclone-like motion. Imagine it polishing off the dull, murky spots on your aura, flaking away any negative energy that has built up on it. Let the wind play around your altar. Let the wind play around your aura until you feel that the energy is clean. Be open to receiving love. It sounds obvious, but a lot of the time our thought patterns or subconscious guilt or beliefs about ourselves push love away. The following spell affirms that you are open to receiving love and self-care. So you'll need rose or jasmine incense, 6 pink candles. Birthday candles work well, apparently. A rose quartz stone and a pen or marker. Pen or marker. What are you writing on? I don't know. All right. So with all that stuff, yeah, if you light candles, don't let the wind play around your altar. Yeah, it's no bueno. All right. Center and ground, light the incense. Place one candle in the center of your workspace. Place one to each side and slightly behind it. Set the next two slightly. The candles should be in the rough shape of a heart. Hold the rose quartz between your hands and say, I am receptive to love and care. I welcome love. Place the rose quartz in the center of the heart shape. Begin to light the candles, saying as you light each one, I welcome love. I deserve love. I am loved. Stay there for a bit, feeling love surrounding you and feeling love for the universe. You can allow the candles to burn out before you wrap up. Easier with the birthday candles. Tea lights burn for 4 to 6 hours. Or snuff the candles and incense and keep them for the next time you do this spell. Once they're cool, slip them into a zip top bag and label it. Oh. Carry the rose quartz with you. that was the most. This does not compute. Yes, twinkle lights for the desk. Mm-hmm. 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 I'm interested in this topic. I want to love better, said friendships and such, but I'm still healing. Take your time. Take your time. Create a treasure bag for self-care. So you can use any kind of fabric, but really avoid light fabrics like chiffon or gauze. You can scale the size up or down. This version uses a pouch roughly 7 by 4 inches, usually. So some ribbon, some fabric, and obligatory sewing supplies. Place the two rectangles of fabric right sides together, lining up the edges. How to make a pouch. That is literally all this is. It's how to make a pouch. Yep. Some of the spells in this book will suggest that you carry stones, small pouches, written things, and so forth with you. It might get a bit unwieldy having all those things lurking at the bottom of your briefcase or backpack. Why not make a treasure bag for them? A pouch that serves as a master container for all the magical self-care odds and ends. I am drinking chai after having already eaten an almond croissant. Oh, that sounds amazing. And struggling with my stubbornness about the story I'm supposed to be setting aside and my desire to move on to the new one. Okay. Takes a long time. Don't ever give up. Yeah. I was friends with someone for 4 years before I was able to admit that I loved them. Now it's just part of the dialogue every time I see them. That's wonderful. Okay, so we talked about accepting failure yesterday. Finding equilibrium. If you feel buffeted by change or uncertainty, a spell to reinforce your equilibrium can help. This is good for emotional equilibrium as well as a general balance in your life. The blue lace agate in this spell carries energies associated with calm, balance, and composure, while the rhodochrosite represents comfort, balance, and stability. Balance, balance, and balance. Hold one stone in each hand. Close your eyes and feel the weight in your palms. Slowly start to gently rock back and forth, lifting one hand while lowering the other. Keep the movement very slight at first. While you rock, say, flow, ebb, ebb, and flow. Bring me balance, stability, show. As you chant, increase your movement, bringing your body into play as well. Keep chanting until you feel your energy peak. Focus on the stones again and slow your movement incrementally until you are standing still with your eyes closed, a stone in each cupped hand. Feel the sense of floating and lightness you now have. Murmur the chant one final time, then open your eyes. Keep the stones and reuse them whenever you need to. Hi, Bonnie. I make it really obnoxious too when he leaves. I wait till he's almost to the sidewalk before I shout, "Love you!" Mr. Spence is a lot more subtle and tells him before he leaves. Accepting your limits. Like me. Like it or not, you can't do everything. This spell helps you accept that you have limits, that you cannot take everything on. Boundaries exist to keep us healthy, and establishing them, not defending them, is a valuable part of self-care. Not only do you have to defend them from other people, sometimes you have to defend them from yourself. It's very easy to think, oh, I'll just do this one little thing. And then suddenly it's been 100 instances of just this, and you're wondering why you feel like you're falling apart. That has been a lot of my past. Absolutely. The obsidian in this spell, while excellent at repelling negativity, also helps you get in touch with your shadow side. If you are unconsciously sabotaging your own limits, using obsidian may help you recognize that. Obsidian, hematite, labradorite. Cleanse your stuff, set your photo in the center of your workspace, place a candle a few inches behind it. I illuminate my boundaries and see them clearly. Place the obsidian stones around the photo on a square, one on each corner. The obsidians in the top corner should be between the photo and the candle. Say, my limits defend me. Place the hematites around the photo as well, between each obsidian. If your photo were a clock face, the hematites would be at 12, 3, 6, and 9. Say, my limits protect me. Place the labradorite on or next to your photo or item and say, my limits are strong. That's interesting. Sprinkle the salt in a circle around the candle, photo, and stones. Sit before the circle, repeating, "My limits defend me, my limits protect me, my limits are strong." When you feel you are done, extinguish the candle. You may choose to cleanse the stones and return them to your supplies, or keep them with your photo somewhere safe. Do the latter if you feel that repeating the spell regularly would benefit you. It's a lot of rocks. The struggle of depression. When you're depressed, pushing yourself to do things can actually be detrimental. If you'd sprained an ankle running, you wouldn't keep running on it, right? You'd take time to heal first, then start doing physical therapy to strengthen it again, and reintroduce activity little by little. A sprained ankle isn't a failure, it's a temporary setback. Think the same way for depression. A depressive episode or non-chronic depression associated with stress is a sign that you need to rest and heal. Depression is not a sign of failure in any sense of the word. It affects how your life goes, and you need to roll with the idea until you've healed. Majority of people simply don't believe me, or they think it's a choice they can make me change. There's a lot of trust issues that I need to heal from. I'm so sorry, babe. It's a lot of rocks. Temporary setback. That's what I'm telling myself. It's not a failure. It is a temporary setback. It is also important to remember that progress in any part of your life isn't always measured by moving visibly closer to a goal. Sometimes it's defined as pausing so that you can care for yourself, or pausing to take a side quest to prepare for better success on the main path further along. Accepting that a pause may be necessary to take care of yourself as an investment in later success is an important aspect of self-care, magical and otherwise. It's especially important if you're struggling with depression. If you suspect that you are suffering from clinical depression, don't minimize it. Please go speak to a healthcare professional. Depression is a sign from your body and spirit that they need help. Spell to embrace depression. Embracing doesn't mean permanent acceptance. It means understanding that depression is a sign that you need to attend to yourself, to be extra gentle, to care for yourself. It is an essential step on the way to dealing with it and hopefully moving past it. If you know you are depressed or have diagnosed with depression, use this spell to accept the diagnosis and remind yourself that you are worthy of love. That's fair. I had a lot of very bad childhood friends that set up bad boundary and trust issues. It's something I still feel and fight with today, so I feel you. Yeah. It sounds like Doll has some really terrible friends too. Rose quartz, white rose, white candle. The light of my light shines in the darkness always. Pick up the rose and hold the flower to your cheek. Close your eyes and breathe in the scent. Feel the delicacy of the petals. Delicate does not mean weak. I am worthy of love and care, both from myself and others. I am fragile but not broken. I recognize my limits have been redrawn and accept that I must heal. Place the rose in the vase and place the vase next to the candle. Pick up the rose quartz and brush it gently against the petals of the white rose. Then bring it to your forehead and gently brush it against your skin. Lower it to your chest and hold it against your heart. Wounded, not dead. Weak, not broken. With love and care, I will heal and be stronger than before. My future is full of love and light. Place the rose quartz at the base of the candle next to the vase with the rose. Allow the candle to burn out. Carry the rose quartz with you. Tip: when the rose begins to wilt, pull the petals off gently and use them in making magical rose beads. See chapter 4. This year I'm separating from the people. I know I cannot afford my meds, so I have to heal on my own the best I can. If I can help in any way, I'm there for you. The benefits of unplugging. While reaching out to friends can be a welcome form of support, there are times when the flurry of information and keeping up with everyone and their news and postings can make you tired. Sometimes the easiest and smartest thing to do if you're feeling overwhelmed is to unplug. Take a break from the phone, the news, social media, and electronic forms of entertainment. Explore a slower kind of relaxation. If you plan on taking a break from phone calls, texts, or social media, be kind and let friends know so they don't worry about you. Unplugging helps you refocus on yourself instead of being pulled in a zillion different directions. Those directions may all be important, but you are just as important. Unplugging allows you to focus on being in the moment, here and now. It helps you step away from the emotional roller coaster that you ride, reacting to a friend's story, a news article, or outrage over worldwide events. Unplugging gives you the chance to remember who you are at your core. Here are some things you can try once you shut off the noise of the news cycle and the social media. Listen to music. This is something that is often done as an accompaniment or a background to other activities. Take time to actually listen to the depth and richness of your preferred music. You may notice things you've never noticed before. Every once in a while, I will be like eyeballs deep into a song, into music, into just, oh, sorry, I'm in the middle of stretching. Ugh. Breaking off from people that continue to hurt you is a huge step on the healing journey. I wish you peace as you move through whatever mix of grief and joy that follows you from there. Oh, my heart. Another friend and I have code for each other when we need to unplug, not talk, but want to make sure we aren't mad at each other. It's just liking each other's social media posts. Yeah. Let's see. Read something for pleasure. A physical book or a magazine is ideal, but you can use an e-reader or a reading app on your smartphone or tablet as long as you disconnect it from the internet while doing it. Don't let notifications distract you. Don't let an idle, I'll just look at this one thing up, derail your mindful activity time. It gives us the room to leave each other on red for 5 days in a row. Yeah. Work with your hands for a bit. Draw, paint, garden, cook, bake, craft. Why not check out some of the magical and spiritual self-care activities in Chapter 4 to explore creativity, or some of the recipes in Chapter 3. As passionate as you are about the causes you support and the freedoms you defend, sometimes trying to stay on top of the news and outreach can exhaust you. Sometimes it's best for you to step back from it all and heal your stress in order to be in tip-top shape to get back into the fight. But not everyone has the privilege of stepping away, you might say. How can I take the option to step out of the ring when there are people dying, starving, being oppressed? You ask. Comparing your personal state to someone else's is a recipe for ducking out of self-care. Someone will always be worse off. That doesn't mean you should avoid taking care of yourself right now. Live to fight another day. Take time to recharge and regroup, and bring your best self back to support your cause. Setting boundaries. Boundaries are an important part of self-care, helping to keep you balanced and whole. They protect you from an onslaught of energy and people claiming your time. If you have a problem saying no to people, perhaps your boundaries need to be strengthened. In magic, we think of a personal shield as a form of energy boundary. There are other kinds of boundaries, however, that are important in self-care. We all have limits, and innate limits are there to help us defend our physical, mental, and emotional health. Many people who practice magic, who self-identify as a witch or pagan, or who otherwise work with natural energies, also self-identify as healers in some way. When you work as a healer, you have to be very careful to set firm boundaries. Otherwise, you can end up lost in someone else's pain. Being there for someone and supporting them can wear you down to the point where you can't focus properly on your own affairs. You can feel tethered to your phone, reluctant to go to sleep in case someone needs you, feel guilty for forgetting about them by having a good time somewhere. And don't let people weaponize that comparison against you. Yeah. Don't villainize me for taking care of myself. Helping friends through tough times is a wonderful, loving thing to do, but you can only do it successfully if you are in the right place to do so mentally and otherwise. Sometimes you reach a point in supporting other people where it becomes detrimental to your own health, be it emotional, spiritual, or physical. When you exhaust yourself, you need help too. Telling someone that you need a break and drawing boundaries is incredibly difficult. Be honest and communicate clearly. Explain your own situation, your own feelings. Don't feel guilty for needing space. Try using these statements to communicate your need for setting boundaries for your time and energy. I love you. I care for you. In order to keep helping you, I need some time, some space to heal myself. I'm worried that in my current state, I can't support you the way I want to. I'm concerned that I will say the wrong thing, that I will misguide you or cause more harm than good. I have actually used something very similar when when I broke up with a boyfriend in college. Um, I was in the middle of a mental breakdown, and he was quickly going down the same route, and I was like, and he was like the mother of all issues, daddy issues specifically. But I basically said, I can be your girlfriend or your shrink, but I can't be both. Like, I can help you with this, but I can't be like in a relationship with you while I do that. Like one or the other. I'm not both. There's a lot going on in my life and I can't stay on top of it. What should you offer your friend instead of an all-access pass to your time and energy? Suggest time windows. Remind them that you care, and that is why you are making sure you are accessible at specific times to them. Suggest talking about other interests with them, not just the hard stuff. I have been working on boundaries, taking space when I need it. That's where Facebook is void of suck. Me, goodness. Memes, which I call rage porn, let you tell you that you're never mad enough or giving enough of yourself, especially when a major event is happening. There was a lot of that during the early months of the quarantine. Like, if you're not coming out of this with a new skill, then what the hell are you doing? Sort of like thing. And I was like, it's a pandemic. The world is on fire. Like, this is the perfect time to take care of yourself. I would not, I mean, like, I'm not going to lie. I used the quarantine to publish a book, but I actually don't hang out on Facebook as much as I used to. Every once in a while, I'll do like a scrolling just to see if I can find some good news. I had to unfriend someone on Facebook because it was rather selfie test fest for a bunch of memes and political shit show. And I was like, nope, I'm out. Yeah. Thank you, drive through. Treating your inner child. How long is this? Comfort. Mini self-care disconnection to recenter work. Oh, nice. I think we should reserve that for tomorrow. Treating your inner child. I missed most of the memes. I ended up seeing mostly those memes, but all crossed off with, this is bullshit. Yeah. 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 I've got my Facebook so heavily filtered, I never see any of that, I guess. But I still don't spend nearly as much time there as I used to. Yeah, I don't spend nearly as much time as I used to. And I tend not to doom scroll on like on the news and stuff like that, because there's never good news on the news. There's a couple of YouTube accounts that are like super good news centric, which is cool. I am cold. I am cold. I might set a fire. I like being on Twitter. I don't know anybody from real life there, so I can just be as weird as I want. It's very relaxing. That is implying that I am all my political and high school friends are on there, plus my family. On Facebook or on Twitter? That's a thought. I liked when At Midnight was on, and I used to play the hashtag wars, and I made a lot of like I tracked down a lot of like really good comedians that way and made a lot of like interesting friends. Twitter is politics and writing and disability. Real life is in quotes for a reason, yeah. Yeah, I got you guys. So, I would say today was good. A couple of wonky little spells. I got wrapped up in feminism Twitter, which is a weird sort of battleground. Yes. Holy shit, yes. Like the Me Too movement and Yes All Women and all of that. It's the polite way of putting people from my personal life I don't really trust. That's really interesting. Especially as a cishet male trying to be a good ally. I really appreciate the effort, Raven. I do. All right. If you liked this video at any point, please hit the like button. If you want to see the rest of this book, and we'll talk about treating your inner child tomorrow, then you might want to subscribe. Maybe even ring the bell on the off chance that it will that was a weird sound. That was a really weird sound. There's so much infighting. It's all easy to step in the wrong pile and find yourself unable to scrape off the turfs or the white supremacists, feminists. Yep. Too many people treating human rights like pie. Oh, that speaks volumes. Holy crap. Huh. And so here's the thing. Human rights apply to humans, right? It shouldn't matter what gender you were born. It shouldn't matter what, like, it shouldn't matter, like, what your sexuality is. It shouldn't matter any of that stuff. Like, why hate on people that don't look at it the same way you do? Why? It doesn't affect you. Like, why? Like, TERFs, like, baffle me. I'm like, why can't you just support other women? If they identify as a woman, then they're a woman. Like, just support them. Like, why? Charlie's a great example, you know? Like, people still call her a he, and it hurts her feelings. People are too quick to remove the humanity of someone. Yeah. I'm pan. I used to call myself bi, and but I used to include like androgyny and stuff in my bi-ness. So like the idea that bi doesn't encompass everybody, like trans people and whatnot, like I think that's preposterous. So I have to title myself as pan because I love everybody. It all comes down to wanting that feeling of exclusivity. They feel like their identity is being infringed upon if someone else gets a piece of that imaginary pie of rights. Why? Human rights aren't finite. It's not rational or logical response, but that's human nature for you sometimes. Yeah, love for everybody. God damn it. Everybody deserves human rights. If you are human, you deserve human rights. Your race shouldn't matter. Your gender shouldn't matter. Your sexuality shouldn't matter. Whether you have kids or not shouldn't matter. My theory on TERFs is that they're not feminists. They're vindictive misogynists. Yes! Being a woman sucks so much. Anybody willing to sign up for this must be bad. Oh my God. Boy, that punched me right in the gut. Have you seen ContraPoint's video response? Not yet. Her terfness, yeah. It keeps recommending it to me, but I haven't watched it yet. Partly because it's just a corner of the internet that I am not interested in getting to know, you know? Like, I don't have patience for misogynists. I don't, and I don't care if they're male or female or what race they are or whatever. Like, if you're a fascist, you're a fascist. If you're a bigot, you're a bigot. I love ContraPoints. Or they have been hurt by men or discriminated against as a masculine woman. Huh. Somebody who has a huge platform takes a stance she did is beyond irresponsible to me. Absolutely. What a thing to stand up for. It makes me nauseous. Boo. Boo earns. Boo. All right. Well, it is an hour and 5 minutes. So I will catch you guys on the flip side.